Hi, you guys. Happy February. Happy Chinese New Year. Happy in bulk. Whatever it is that you celebrate. Today I'm going to be going through the astrological transits for February, the first couple of weeks. I'm going to touch into what we can expect to be feeling, the energy we expect to have around us, and yeah. So I'm gonna begin with talking about Imbolc, however you pronounce it. um, Imbolc is a pagan festival that is the midpoint between winter and spring. It is celebrated as a time to plant your seeds ready for spring. Plant your seeds for what you want to blossom. Now this falls perfectly in line with the new moon in Aquarius. So the new moon in Aquarius is on the 1st of February, and it's one of my favorite new moons because Aquarius is about not taking into consideration other people's emotions or feelings. It's about allowing yourself to step forth in your power and let yourself embrace all the facets of your personality. The new moon in Aquarius allows you or offers you to stand outside the box. It allows you to think outside the box. Because it's an air sign, people often think it's purely linked to higher intellect because it's the last of the air signs. However, it's the water bearer. So for me, it's the perfect combination of logic, but still following your emotions, still following your intuition. I find it a very intuitive sign, but it does work with logic. And when we combine those two, we can really get the ball rolling for the year. Now, we have started the year with retrogrades. However, the last of the retrogrades will be Mercury going direct on the 3rd of February. After that, we won't have another retrograde till the 29th of April when Pluto goes retrograde. So that gives us that forward momentum that we've been craving. This has everything to do with our finances. So Venus went direct a few days ago. So that has to do with our finances, our values, our relationships. The last few weeks we have spent time assessing what works and what doesn't work. It's been in the sign of Capricorn. So we've recognized where we need to put hard work, where we need to put our energy. Mars has been in Capricorn too, and Mars is that action. Mars in Capricorn is beautiful because it really knows how to set. It gives you the power, the ability to be able to set your goals and then work to achieve them. Now the new moon will be having a square to Uranus. Now Uranus is Aquarius led, but Saturn doesn't really vibe well in there, because Aquarius is a freedom fighter. It's a humanitarian sign. It wants you to it's that freedom fighter, where Saturn is restriction. So it kind of puts a little bit of a halt on things. It shows you your limitations. When you trust those limitations are exactly what you need to grow, that's when you can really make the most of these transits. Now, the new moon will be squaring that Uranus, so you will feel some form of restrictions. However, it is all for the higher good. And the seeds are being planted. Jupiter is in Pisces, which is giving you that freedom, that laughter. It's giving you that soft place to land, but it's also giving you optimism. And the transits for this year are a lot nicer than the transits the last 2 years. So it's just taking those baby steps to our sense of freedom. And this month you'll be feeling it. You'll be feeling that freedom a lot more because we won't have the retrogrades. You will be feeling and because Aquarius is the higher mind, you will be thinking of ways you can progress and ideas. It's very idea orientated, and the limitations are more purely seeing ways things can't work. If you don't let those limitations bog you down, you will see a way out and the solutions, which is nice, isn't it? Okay, so Mercury direct on the 3rd. So Mercury has been going retrograde, which has been it makes us evaluate our mind and our thinking process, and it can muddle appointments, it can muddle miscommunication with friends. As it goes direct, the first 2-3 weeks, we start finding the solutions, we start getting answers, we start recognizing why things were coming up for us. And it's the same for the Venus retrograde that just went direct. The next few weeks is learning the lessons from it all, and then taking those lessons and finding ways to put them into action. The first week, do not judge the rest of February by the first week, because there are, obviously Mercury going direct. When it goes direct, the day it goes direct, that energy is heightened. The square with the new moon, eek. But then we also got on the 4th Sun conjunct Saturn, which again, the Sun is what brings us life, and then Saturn is that restrictive energy. So it's sort of like, it can be a sign of like having a little bit of a low day, but Mars is sextile Jupiter on the same day. So there is motivation there. There is motivation to push forward and go for your goals. And there is an optimism in that. Saturn's ruled by Capricorn, Mars is in Capricorn. These are linked, guys. These are linked. So if you're having a down day, sit down, allow yourself to connect with spirit, Jupiter and Pisces spirit. Allow yourself to connect with spirit, and through that you will start finding the solutions to the problems that you're having. Okay, so I think that's all I want to say for the first few weeks. The new full moon in Leo is going to be a lovely, joyful, great one. The second week is going to be a lot easier. You guys are going to feel the weight just, and you can find that soft place to land and that place to breathe. Allow yourself to have a time out. And it's also very, very important I think it's always important to follow your heart no matter what. But when Aquarian energy is there, it's the sign of beating at your own drum. So if you're being pulled at something and it's maybe a little bit intimidating because you feel alone in that, beat at your own drum, and the people who follow or on the same page, they will come to you. Life can be very serendipitous if you allow it. Okay, guys. Well, I hope I can upload this onto Instagram, because it hasn't been uploading onto there, but you'll definitely see it on my YouTube. All right, sending lots of love. Bye.